work. I thought I'd give you some insights from what we're seeing across the industry into, what is working, what's getting enormous cut through, and probably greater cut through than we've seen previously. So the old stalwart of many of us sitting around here, direct mail, has had, in terms of recruiting customers, for many people, for many brands, has had an absolutely storming year. We've seen response rates treble or even higher the numbers we've been used to. I've been seeing people who have average order values of 70 or 80 quid come in with response rates on cold mail of 2.5%, which is massively above anything that massively above what people have seen at any time over the last, I don't know, I have to go back quite a lot of my marketing years to get back to that level of response rate. And it means that people are driving harder into those areas. But we've also seen some really serious uplifts in some of the digital channels, in particular some of the digital channels which are, in many ways, have been around for a while. So Google Shopping, I've seen lots of people have really fantastic results in the last year in Google Shopping, and in many ways, people are now focusing really hard on how can they make sure their feed into Google Shopping is as up to date, as accurate, as responsive as it possibly can be, so that the data you're throwing into there will allow you to recruit the best possible customers. We've also seen from many of the brands we work with that actually those Google Shopping customers, sadly, tend to be some of the lowest future value customers, by up to 40 or 50% less than the average customer they're bringing into the business. Now, that may not matter if they're exceptionally cheap or in fact profitable. But again, you need to make sure that you understand that balance to look at how those customers are coming into the business. We've done a bit of research and we've worked with a number of our clients on why we think Google Shopping in particular is bringing in low future value customers. And it seems to be that the massive ease of Google Shopping transactions means that sometimes you don't even know the brand you bought from. You happen to be searching for a particular product in Google Shopping. You're allowing Google to do all the hard work for you of finding the product you like. You don't really care who you're buying it from in some cases, which is why those customers are struggling in terms of future value. We've been working with a few of our clients in terms of, well, I'm not prepared to just accept that that's the story, and how do we do things differently after that? And actually putting together a different journey, if you've got enough of those customers coming through Google Shopping, putting through a different journey for those customers so that you can tell a bit more of your brand story, so that you really can give them a chance to engage with who you are, what you do, why you're better than everyone else, and why everyone should come and buy from you on a more regular basis, does allow you to begin to change those numbers around, and does allow you to begin to move that cohort of customers a little bit up the ladder. The other thing we've certainly seen, and this isn't just in the last year, but it's been a trend over the last 5-6 years, is the impact of influencers on recruits into the business. Now, you can go all the way from having, as I did at Bowden, Princess Kate puts on one of your dresses, there's an influencer that can definitely help you sell out, through to micro influencers where people have got 500, 600, 700 followers, but those 500, 600, 700 followers are massively engaged with what that person's saying and really involved and engaged in what they're recommending. And we've seen some clients increase the number of recruits they're getting into the business through micro influencers by 800 or 900% in the last year, as people have found more time to sit around at their computers and more time to be involved and engaged with particular influencers who suit their style and what they're looking for. The other one we've seen so many direct brands get into this year is TV. Now, TV, not for everyone, a bit of a high entry cost, but once you've got past that high entry cost, the breadth of the market, the size of the ability to push into that market and push into different different audiences with TV is enormous, and gives you potentially huge reach that not many other channels can offer you. Again, you have to be really clear on your understanding of how you're measuring the effectiveness of TV, and probably just measuring it on code redemption or something similar isn't going to be enough. You're going to need to do some econometrics or something similar to understand how much halo impact TV is having on the rest of your marketing. What the good news is that TV recruits generally bring in a pretty standard recruit in terms of future value to the business. So it's not like Google Shopping, where perhaps you're bringing in a lower value, lower quality of customer. It's bringing in a decent quality of customer into the business. And we've seen a whole load of traditional direct-to-consumer companies, in fact, 3 that I've worked for, really push into TV this year in a way they haven't before. So I might ask Margot in a moment how that's gone for Direct Wines, but you'll have probably seen the virtual seller Laithwaite's ad, which is a totally different take on any advertising they've done before. You've probably seen something from the Cotswold Company, who definitely haven't been that involved in TV before. You may even have seen, although they definitely didn't spend very much on it, the first TV ad from Bowden. So we're certainly seeing some people getting into those areas, and there are certainly deals available for those who want to push and evolve into those areas.